Good morning, guys. We're going to start the morning out at the beautiful rose trellis my husband built for me. So we took the other one down and he built me this one. Here are my roses here. Again, I don't remember the name. I've had these. This is my third year now. But I will tell you they smell great and they are looking really lovely on this trellis. So we're going to go through and look and see what progress has been made in the garden. Okay, so we're going to start over here on the strawberry and herb island. This one here in the grow bag, I haven't finished piling it up. So the strawberries will come from here and then they'll come down from this pocket here. And then over here we have the herb garden. This is thyme, I believe, that I propagated off. Here's some rosemary. This is barbecue rosemary. That was new, so I wanted to try that. Marjoram, I love this. I love growing it. It's really great to add into soups and just use on your food. And so all this through here is Strawberry Alley. And as you can see, it's doing really well. Here's a little baby strawberry here. Oops, there's a baby strawberry. And some of the herbs, it's going to be too dark to see, but some of the herbs are finally coming up again. So I'm going to go around here, and this is just my lemon balm that I've had for years now and propagated off. This is my strawberry bed. It's doing great, and if you guys are keeping up with what's going on in current events, you'll know that pretty soon, if you don't have this garden and you're complaining about the price of produce now, it's going to get worse for you in the next couple of months. So I'm glad that I have this strawberry bed here, and I know somewhere there's a strawberry growing. Can't particularly show you one right now, but it's doing good. Here's my Chicago peas. It's actually doing better. And I'm going to walk you around and show you the buds. Here's one of the buds to it there, where my finger is at. It hasn't opened up yet, but I am thinking this is going to be a pretty spectacular flower. Here over here is a volunteer cherry tomato that came up. This strawberry bed is getting along. This is my smaller one, and it's it has some significant growth since last year. These over here are my pippin peppers that I started early. They don't look too hot now, but I figure by July they're going to be doing really, really well. And guys, when your plants is this small and you want it to grow, you'll pick that off. That little guy, you'll pick that off. And over here, just more volunteer cherry tomatoes. The asparagus, which these are the ferns. So they're in their third year, so not quite ready yet. And then over here is my dill. You cannot see it. It's that tiny. But this is where I'm going to have the dill, and then around it, it's going to be more colorful rocks. So I have to go back and pick up some more. Over here, I planted flowers. And this is the setup here. I got my peppers in front. My nice little lovely garden decor. So like I said, the pippin peppers, I started those way early, so now they have to, like I said, get settled outside. But I'm predicting by June or July they're going to be fine. You want to watch out for this, guys. I have to clean this out. It has too much moisture, so I have to get the algae out. So right here in front of me is where I planted my eggplants. And that is the Turkish snake of Mugala there. Got some oregano over there. And then that towel got stand up over there is some fennel. And then sunflowers somehow migrated over here through here. I'm sure the birds did it, so that's that. Here's a cucumber that I didn't plant that's over here. I'm deciding on whether I'm going to let it stay or not. And then that short one, that's Black Beauty eggplant. And that tall one is Japanese eggplant. So you look out in front here, you see my little bean trellis. That's where I planted my long beans again. And then I got some more citrus trees. So let's walk over here and talk about those. So got another lemon tree. That's a Meyer lemon tree, as you can see. Got an orange tree, thyme. Got an olive tree. I was really happy to get that. And I got another banana. So when it gets cold, these guys can go in the new greenhouse so I can have some for next year. And over here, you look down and you see that tiny little thing. That is the long bean plant started. Then over here, I'm excited to really see these are my purple zinnias. And then along through that, those are the alyssums, which I really need to thin out. So I need to work on that today. So then behind us here, we have the green Dr. cherry tomatoes. And then I bought myself a cactus, if you can see him. That's my cactus there. So far, I don't have any Japanese beetles on my roses yet, which I'm happy about. So hopefully they don't come next month. And these are my knockout roses. So we're walking into the garden. Another cherry tomato plant. And these sunflowers, actually, the birds did the job for me. So I didn't have to plant anymore this year. All I had to do was just dig them up out of one of my grow bags and then just transplant them. I put sage along here, the walkway, just because I wanted to. Some mint. Now we go over here to this bed. This is my green bed. So I have some bok choy there. I have some Georgia collards, which are off to a slow start. Then over there I have the rugged Jack Kale, which is doing great. So you turn behind me. I have some callaloo here that we haven't started eating. I also have some smaller ones over there because I planted some more. And then down here we have the bok choy, which you're going to see. I'm going to let it go to seed. But I've also been picking off the flowers and the buds and eating them. Snacking on them or putting them in salads is really good. More sunflowers there. So I'm going to take a walk around. As you can see, I'm still working on out here. I still need more mulch. But over here I have some cucumbers. And we actually built up some cucumber trellises this year. We did more in the garden. So we have okra alley again. You can look down and see. I have motherland okra. One of the names I can't pronounce. And then I have Star of David. Star of David has one little stalk over here. But I want you guys to look at this trellis if you can see. That's what my cucumbers are going to grow on. It's kind of windy today for us here. There's another one. And then here's my grape plant. It's doing well. I'm going to come over here. And I have some radishes growing here. These are the Buena Mulatto peppers. They're kind of not doing too hot either. But like I said, I think they're going to pull through. Then over here is my pepper bed. So on this side is just regular bell peppers, regular green bell peppers. And then on this side are my red bell peppers and a sweet Marconi bell pepper, which one has already flowered. And what I did to this bed over here, I'm going to walk you around so you can see. These are just my deterrents. This is hyssop. And then I have sweet mint over here, which was very tiring and tedious to get out of this garden. So I'm going to walk around. And this is my pepper bed now. Nice and clean. You can see one little guy here is already trying to have a flower. So I'm going to have to pick that off. We don't want that yet. He's still too small to have that. So we're going to take that off. And behind that, that's Chinese chives there. If you're wondering what that is. I have Scarecrow out here protecting things. Alright, it's kind of tricky, guys. My garden is trying to tricky. Here's my Thai peppers. They have kept flowering, so I'm just going to let them flower even though they're really small. Here are my ground cherries, which I already have some, if you can see that. They're not ready yet, but that's what they look like. And then over here is tomato alley. So this is basically peppers on the side and then tomatoes in the grow bag. So I have tomatoes all down through there and then more peppers. So we're gonna walk out and turn around and look at my blackberry bush, guys. Look at it, it's doing great, isn't it? So we're gonna get lots of berries this year. I'm gonna walk over through here. I have my peas here that finally came up. That's my raspberry bush. It's doing good also. Here's my pineapple sage. So this gives off a wonderful red flower, guys, if you're interested in getting it. I was lucky I found one again, so this time I'm gonna keep it. Another cherry tomato, some peppermint here, and I was able to find some lemongrass. I'm gonna have to move him to a sunnier location, but I got lemongrass. And then over here is my blueberries. And I heard that blueberries like acidic oil. We have 2 pine trees that are always giving off needles. So I put that to good use and put that under there to help the soil. Here's my other blueberry bush, which is doing magnificent. And these are the Candyland that I was talking about that we couldn't find at the regular store. So we went to a nursery and I found these there. A little more lemon balm that grew into the ground, so I let it stay there. And we're walking. Another pepper plant. I heard if you put the pepper plants by your berries or your fruit that the birds will stay off. So another pepper plant here. More blueberries. 2 more tomato plants. And look down at the raspberries, you can see I have some there. And we're gonna walk out. Look at this beautiful view of the flowers again. And we have one more thing here that I was gonna do a separate video on, but I'm gonna go ahead and show. We're gonna detour. These are my flowers here. I think I watered them a little bit too heavy, so they're recovering there. And I got some variegated sage here. And then I have some tricolor sage. And then through here, I planted poppies that I have to thin out. And then this border back here is going to be sunflowers like it was last year. So let's walk over. If you're watching my videos, you know I'm trying out potatoes this year. So I really didn't think they were going to pull through, but they are doing good. These are the blues. They're doing really well. And then we come up through over here. This is the second row. And these are the reds. The reds are doing really good. So I'm just healing them up and putting compost, worm castings, and bone meal on them. That's all I'm doing to them. Now these over here are my russets, and they're getting a late start because I started them late because they hadn't sprouted yet. But these are, there's nothing there. These are my russets, so they're off to a late start. But guys, that's pretty much it. I have a potato started this year, fruit trees. You know, just trying to get some things going. So I'm gonna walk over to another spot that I have. Growing some lettuce in this bed. I planted some onions, but they didn't come up. So I'm gonna try again. So I need to work on this bed. Over here we have some garlic and some kale. And then I set this up. Here, got my little plant stand. Got the lettuce in it. Then down over here, I planted corn here, and I had to plant it twice. So if you'll see, I'm hoping this is corn. I really can't tell yet, but I've planted this twice. I wanted to make sure I did something with my space, so I have some beans here. These are the purple burgundy beans. And then on the other side over there, you can see that guy over there wavering. Those are lima beans. This is a Whopper tomato plant. And there's a little flower. Take that off because he needs to get bigger. That's a Whopper tomato plant that I bought from a nursery. And then over here, it's supposed to be watermelon, but I'm not sure what's going on over here. I actually do think I have a watermelon plant over here. You'll look down. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Maybe this just isn't a good spot. But this is supposed to be watermelon. And then here's my clematis here. And she needs to go in. That's my clematis. And my trellis that I got from Costco. So guys, that's pretty much it. We have fruit trees in the back. I don't talk about the 2 apple trees that we have up front much because they're not producing yet, but we do have 2 apple trees up front. And then all the way back there we have fruit trees, but we're not going to check on those today. They're doing good, but they're not producing anything now, so there's nothing to see. So that's pretty much it, guys. You guys have a blessed day.